Hi and welcome to this short video. Today I want to talk about fructose. It's something that our readers often contact and ask us about. They've got questions about fructose. They see in the media almost every day another article which is saying that fructose is the enemy. Fructose is the worst thing. Some people have claimed that it's the thing that has caused America's obesity epidemic. And we just want to set the record straight because we really don't think that fructose is the enemy that it's made out to be. Firstly, it's important to understand what fructose is and what it isn't. Fructose is a simple plant-based sugar that occurs naturally in most fruits and vegetables. There are a few anomalies, things like yams, which are mostly starch, but most fruits and vegetables naturally contain fructose. And of course, some contain more than others. We've even had readers who have contacted us asking if they should reduce the amount of high fructose fruits and vegetables in their diet to therefore reduce the amount of fructose they eat. And the answer is no. If you want to live a long and healthy life, if you want to have a good rounded diet, you're going to need to eat lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, and therefore you're going to consume fructose. What's the important thing to understand is there's a real difference between fructose and high fructose corn syrup. They're two very different things. Fructose is a naturally occurring plant-based sugar. High fructose corn syrup isn't. It's actually something that was developed around the 1970s when researchers found a way to turn corn syrup into fructose, and then they blended it together to create something which is actually quite similar to sugar, but much slightly sweeter and much cheaper to produce. And that's why manufacturers use it in so many products. You'll actually find it in most manufactured and baked products. You'll find some kind of high fructose corn syrup. So there is a real difference between the two, and natural fructose that you get from your daily diet is healthy, and you should be eating those fruits and vegetables. High fructose corn syrup is something which is not particularly healthy and isn't natural, but we still don't think it's the cause and should be blamed for America's obesity epidemic. And here's why. Whilst it might be a contributor, lots of the studies that were done around this obesity epidemic and linking fructose to it have now been either discredited, or people now think that the weight gain was due to the number of calories that were eaten during that, whilst they were consuming that fructose. And so we think that blaming fructose actually hides the real problem and stops people taking responsibility for their diets and lifestyle. There are lots of things that cause the weight gain epidemic that's happened in North America and in most developed countries around the world, and you can't blame it on one single thing. We know that people are more sedentary than ever before. They're eating a diet which is nutritionally depleted. They're eating foods which come from the ground where the soil's been neutralised by intensive farming methods and pesticides. People are exposed to more and more toxins than ever before. To say that the obesity epidemic has been caused by fructose is very short-sighted, and it gives people a reason to opt out. And to say, well, it's not my fault, I was eating high sugary foods. What's important is that we put the focus back onto people and educating people to make responsible decisions about their diet and lifestyle. We want to show people that there's a way for them to easily create a healthy diet, which doesn't involve going out and doing expensive programs, which is something that they can maintain over a long period of time and doesn't involve fad dieting or excessive regimes. And we want people to be able to help themselves to do that. And so there's two things that I'd like to see, and that's that the media make a distinction between fructose and high fructose corn syrup when they're talking about these issues. And secondly, that we start looking at the broader picture and the bigger picture of these issues and start looking at how we can address this obesity epidemic from a number of different angles and help people get active, to help educate people about the need to eat a clean diet, to promote the concept of cleansing, to get rid of these toxins and impurities that can be causing these weight issues. So that's just something we wanted to say to try and set the record straight about fructose and to try and stop this consistent attention and blame of fructose on the obesity epidemic. So just to clarify, we're not saying that high fructose corn syrup is healthy. It's certainly not, and ideally you should be avoiding it. but we are saying that it's not the cause of the obesity epidemic in our view, and that there are a range of factors involved. And what we also want to make clear is that fructose itself, the natural fructose that comes from plants, is not unhealthy, and that you should continue to eat fresh fruits and vegetables as part of your daily diet. My name's Tom White. I run Cleansing Matters, a popular weight loss and cleansing blog. So if you've got any questions or comments about this article, if you've got a different opinion, we'd love to hear it. Or if you agree with what we're saying, leave us a comment below the video or go onto the website, there's a link below, and get in touch with us there.